Welcome back to Motorsport Reg. We're glad to have you. If it's been a little while since you've used our software, we know you can get a little rusty. And so we've created this short refresher video to help you set up your events and get ready for the season. We're going to start by taking a look at the club profile. Here you'll find global settings that may apply to all your events. You'll want to check such things as your classes, modifiers, groups, and permanent number systems if you use unique or reserved number pools. Once you've made those updates, you can get ready to set up an event. The best place to start is from an old event, and you can do that by using our cloning function. Simply choose the event to start from the drop-down list, click Continue, input the new information, including the event dates and the registration open and close dates, and clone. I've created an event already that I'm going to use for this video, and I'm going to go to the basic settings page. Here you'll find the information you already input. You can also update the default attendee status, your primary registrar, review your cancellation policy, and select a payment method. When you're done, save your event. And let's go to the text and waiver section. We recommend starting here because any changes you identify here will carry over to your event segments and your registration form. This section is a series of text boxes that allow you to input information that will be displayed to the attendee as they move through the registration pages. Each section has toolbars at the top that allow you to format the information that you're displaying. When you're done making changes here, you can save, and let's take a look at event segments. As you'll recall, segments are different parts of your event. So if you have a 3-day event and attendees can either participate in the whole event or not at all, you only have one part and you only need one segment. Conversely, if you have a 3-day event that consists of a Friday test day and Saturday and Sunday races, you have 3 parts to your event and you'll want 3 segments. Let's look at the data you'll need to update on a segment level. If you're using reserved or unique numbers, you'll want to update the number configuration. You'll also want to identify the classes, modifiers, and groups that you're using in this part of the event. And if you want to automatically assign classes to groups, you can use the mapping tool. When you're done, save your segment, and let's move on to the registration form. On the left-hand side, we have the parts bin, where you have questions that will allow you to collect additional data, packages that allow you to charge fees and keep track of inventory items, and then assigners. Assigners perform the critical role of making the connection between the attendee and the part of the event that they want to register for. It also allows you to display the attendee name on both the public attendee list and your reports. So though you may have multiple segments and multiple options for attendees to choose from, you almost always want to have an assigner. The middle section is the form layout, where you arrange the options to appear to the attendee as they move through the registration form. We have a couple of organizational tools, including a group that nests mutually exclusive options and allows the attendee to choose only one. We also have branches where attendees can choose multiple options. Another tool we have here are text blocks. This allows you to display instructions to the attendee right on the registration form. You can also restrict the visibility of an item on the registration form either by date or by member type, so you want to make sure those things are up to date and accurate for your current event. You'll also want to look at any validation rules as identified by this red push pin and make sure that you want to keep those for this event as well. This far right screen alternates between being an edit screen for items in both the parts bin and the form layout and a preview. When you have your event configured you can click on the preview to test it out and see what it's going to look like to the attendee. The last setting we want to look at is the attendee list. This is your entry list, and it pulls items from your assigner. You can choose to make the class, group, vehicle, number, etc. visible. You can also decide if you want the attendee list to be public or limited to attendees from this event only. That's it for settings. Let's take a quick look at registrations. This far right tab is a toggle between registrations and settings so that you can easily move between the two. To review an attendee registration, you simply click on their name. You can view such things as their status. You can also make updates to things like their assigners. You can add or view notes as well as membership information in the general registration section. If you have any questions on your registration form, you can view and edit those answers here. You can edit or update your packages as needed. And you can view and update payments in this far right section. The last thing I want to take a quick look at is the dashboard. This is your bird's eye view of your active events. You'll see your last 5 registrations, and you'll also see a running total of all of your inventory items, so you can see how your events are doing. That's it for this refresher video. You can also take a look at our event prep checklist, which has some additional tips and links to our online help section. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you have a great season.